In ancient times, when civilizations were still forming and humanity lived in harmony with nature, something began to change. Generations passed, and over time, kindness gave way to wickedness. People drifted away from divine teachings, plunging into corrupt and violent behaviors. Peace was replaced by constant conflicts, and the earth, once full of life and love, became a scene of chaos and destruction. At the heart of this decline was Noah, a man whose integrity shone amidst the surrounding darkness. While most of his contemporaries succumbed to greed, lies, and injustice, Noah remained steadfast in his faith and principles. He walked with God, always seeking to do what was right, even when no one else seemed to care. The Bible describes this period as an era of great depravity. Violence was everywhere, from family conflicts to devastating wars between nations. People had lost the ability to love and respect one another, becoming insensitive to the suffering of others. Corruption permeated all aspects of life, from the most powerful leaders to ordinary citizens. In this desolate scenario, God watched humanity's condition closely. His heart, full of love and compassion, was saddened by the moral degradation he witnessed. God knew that something had to be done to restore order and justice on earth. He decided to act to purify creation and start anew. However, even amid widespread corruption, there was a light that shone brightly: Noah. God saw in Noah a righteous, upright man who feared him. Unlike others, Noah did not succumb to the evil around him. He lived a life of righteousness, always seeking God's will and treating everyone with kindness and respect. This distinction made Noah the only chosen one for a mission of great importance. While the rest of humanity increasingly lost their way, Noah remained firm, a beacon of hope amidst the storm of corruption. His unwavering faith and obedience to God made him the only one worthy to receive the divine instructions that would change Earth's destiny. If you feel motivated and inspired by this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this. We will bring a series of content with biblical teachings and inspiring stories that motivate us to continue and not give up. Let us proceed with the story. After witnessing the growing corruption and violence afflicting humanity, God decided it was time to act to restore justice and purity to creation. Amid this desolate scene emerged a figure of integrity and unwavering faith: Noah. Unlike the others, Noah lived a life of righteousness, walking with God and following his commandments with devotion and sincerity. One morning, as Noah was engaged in his daily activities, a divine presence was felt. A powerful and serene voice echoed in his heart, conveying a message of hope and mission. God chose Noah for a task of immense importance: to build an ark that would be a safe refuge for his family and representatives of all animal species during the flood that would come to purify the earth. God's instructions were detailed and specific. He meticulously described the ark's dimensions, revealing that it should have 3 decks, with a length of 300 cubits, a width of 50 cubits, and a height of 30 cubits, approximately 135 meters in length, 22.5 meters in width, and 13.5 meters in height. Each measurement and detail had a divine purpose, ensuring the ark was robust enough to withstand the immense waters that would cover the earth. God guided Noah on the materials to be used in construction. Cypress wood would be the primary choice, known for its durability and water resistance. Additionally, Noah was to use bitumen to waterproof the ark, preventing waters from penetrating and damaging the structure. The planks should be placed horizontally, one over the other, creating compartments to house different types of animals and the necessary supplies for survival during the flood. But the divine instruction did not stop at the ark's physical specifications. God also revealed to Noah how to organize the inhabitants on board. He was to take his family, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their respective wives. Besides them, Noah was to gather pairs of each animal species, 1 male and 1 female, to ensure the continuity of life after the waters. The diversity of animals was vast, from mighty wild beasts to the small creatures that inhabit the land. The task of building the ark would require years of dedication, patience, and faith. Noah understood the magnitude of the mission and, moved by his trust in God, began to work without hesitation. Building the ark was not just a carpentry project, it was an act of obedience and a testament to his unwavering faith. Each plank placed, each compartment created, represented a step closer to the salvation promised by God. As construction progressed, Noah faced immense challenges. The disbelief and mockery of his contemporaries were constant. Many did not understand why he dedicated so much time and effort to a gigantic vessel without any sign of an imminent storm. However, Noah's faith did not waver. He remained steadfast, motivated by the certainty of divine words and the hope of a new beginning for humanity and all creation. God also assured Noah that he would not be alone on this journey. The divine presence accompanied him, guiding his hands and strengthening his spirit. The ark, more than a physical structure, symbolized the covenant between God and Noah, a pact of protection and renewal in the face of the approaching devastation. With the divine mission clearly established, Noah faced the beginning of a monumental journey. Building the ark was not just a carpentry project. It was an act of faith, obedience, and perseverance in a world increasingly moving away from justice and goodness. Noah's determination was unshakable, even when the misunderstanding and ridicule of his contemporaries made the task even more challenging. Noah began constructing the ark according to the detailed specifications God had given him. Using cypress wood, known for its durability and water resistance, he started cutting and shaping the planks that would form the immense structure. Each day brought new challenges: the logistics of transporting large volumes of wood, the need for precision in measurements, and building a space large enough to house his family and the animals that would come aboard. As Noah worked tirelessly, his determination served as both inspiration and a source of mockery for those around him. People of the time did not understand why he dedicated so much time and effort to a gigantic vessel. Many laughed and made jokes about the crazy man building a boat in a seemingly stable land. "What are you doing, Noah? Preparing for a rainy summer," some mocked, not realizing the seriousness of the divine mission. But Noah remained firm. His faith in God was the strength that drove him to continue, even when adversity became constant. He knew he was fulfilling God's will and that, despite the criticism and lack of understanding, each plank placed in the ark was a step closer to the promised salvation. Years passed, and the ark began to take shape, a formidable structure symbolizing hope and renewal amidst humanity's moral decline. Building the ark required not only physical effort, but also a deep spiritual connection. Noah dedicated daily moments to prayer and meditation, seeking divine guidance for every detail of the construction. He understood that the ark was not just a physical refuge but also a symbol of the covenant between God and humanity, a testament that obedience and faith can prevail even in the most difficult circumstances. During this period, Noah also played the role of leader and caretaker of his family. His sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, worked alongside him, learning from their father the importance of obedience and faith. Noah's wives also contributed, helping with organization and planning, ensuring every aspect of the construction was in order. Together, they formed a united team, driven by the hope of a better future. As the ark neared completion, tension increased. God's predictions about the flood became more urgent, and Noah intensified his efforts to ensure everything was ready in time. The surrounding community, still skeptical, did not perceive the impending catastrophe. However, Noah and his family remained focused, aware of the responsibility entrusted to them. Finally, after years of hard work, the ark was ready, a meticulous and imposing structure, prepared to face the waters that would cover the earth. Noah watched the completed work with a mix of relief and anticipation. He knew the true test was yet to come but also felt the satisfaction of faithfully fulfilling God's will. Building the ark was not just an engineering feat, it was a demonstration of faith, resilience, and obedience. Noah's perseverance, despite adversity and criticism, is a powerful testament to his dedication to God and the divine mission. The ark, more than a vessel, became an eternal symbol of hope and renewal, paving the way for a new beginning for humanity and all creation. Do you feel a similarity between the moment you live in and the story told? Do you feel you are experiencing something similar? Tell us how you feel. If you need a prayer or help, share a story of overcoming to inspire us and give us strength not to give up. Comment if you want to help someone or need help. With the ark finally ready, built with diligent hands and unwavering faith, Noah was about to embark on the crucial phase of his mission, gathering the animals. This moment marked the transition from human effort to divine intervention in preserving life on Earth. The task that followed was monumental, requiring not only organization and strength but also profound trust in divine instructions. God, in his infinite wisdom, knew that each animal species was vital for the continuity of life after the flood. Thus, he instructed Noah to gather pairs of all creatures, ensuring that the diversity and harmony of creation were preserved. The divine order was not limited to large and majestic animals. Even the smallest insects had their place secured in the ark. Noah received this mission with a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that each species, from mighty lions to humble ants, played an essential role in the ecological balance. The responsibility of saving these lives weighed on his shoulders, but his faith sustained him. The first part of the gathering involved wild animals, creatures that roamed freely on the land, often feared for their strength and unpredictability. With the help of his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives, Noah began the meticulous task of attracting these animals to the ark. Patience and strategy were necessary, as wild animals were not easily convinced to follow human commands. Using the knowledge God had provided, Noah established specific areas within the ark to house each type of animal. Felids in one area, elephants in another, and so on, ensuring each species had enough space to move and live comfortably. Harmony and order were crucial to prevent conflicts and ensure the survival of all on board. As wild mammals occupied their designated areas, Noah and his family turned their attention to birds and reptiles. Birds, with their colorful wings and graceful flights, represented the beauty and freedom of divine creation. Noah knew that each bird species had a vital role in the ecosystem, from pollinators to pest controllers. Reptiles, though often misunderstood and feared, were also essential for natural balance. Snakes, lizards, and turtles found their place in the ark, each contributing to the diversity and resilience of life after the flood. Noah carefully organized each compartment, ensuring the necessary environments for birds and reptiles were provided. A fascinating and often overlooked aspect of the gathering was the inclusion of the smallest insects and creatures. God, in his infinite attention to detail, knew that even the smallest living beings had a crucial role in maintaining life on Earth. Pollinating bees, hard-working ants, and other insects were carefully organized in the ark, each in their specific position. Noah and his family understood the importance of preserving these seemingly insignificant species. They created small habitats within the ark, ensuring these insects could thrive and fulfill their vital functions. The diversity of life aboard the ark was a testament to God's comprehensive vision for preserving creation. The task of gathering and organizing so many different species was not without challenges. Communicating with wild animals required patience and understanding. Often, Noah and his family had to find creative ways to attract animals to the ark, using sounds, scents, and other natural methods. Additionally, the logistics of accommodating such a wide variety of species demanded meticulous organization. Each area of the ark needed to be adapted to the specific needs of different animal groups, ensuring there was enough space for movement, feeding, and resting. Coordination among family members was essential for the success of this endeavor. Despite the challenges, the divine presence was always present, guiding and protecting Noah and his family. God ensured that each species arrived safely at the ark, guaranteeing that the mission of preservation was fulfilled perfectly. Divine protection not only facilitated the gathering, but also provided the peace and confidence needed to overcome obstacles. Noah knew he was exemplary in fulfilling God's will. Every step taken in gathering the animals was an act of faith and obedience, reflecting Noah's unwavering trust in the divine plan. The certainty that God was by his side provided the strength needed to continue, even in the face of difficulties. With all species gathered, the ark was ready to receive its diverse and essential crew. Noah and his family conducted a final check, ensuring all animals were comfortable and each compartment was properly organized. The ark, now filled with life, was a microcosm of divine creation, prepared to face the imminent flood. The completion of gathering the animals marked a turning point in Noah's story. With everything ready on board, the ark was prepared for the great challenge ahead. The mission of preserving life was complete, and the hope for a new beginning for humanity and all species depended on Noah's faith and obedience. With the ark finally ready and all animals carefully gathered on board, preparation to fulfill the divine will was complete. Noah, his family, and representatives of each animal species were ready to face the event that would change Earth's destiny. The atmosphere around the ark was charged with tension and expectation, a silent omen of what was to come. In those days, the sky began to show signs of change. Dark and dense clouds started to gather on the horizon, blocking out the sunlight and plunging the land into a restless gloom. The wind, once gentle, began to blow with increasing strength, announcing the arrival of a powerful storm. Noah, always attentive to divine messages, felt that the moment was approaching. Then, it began to rain. The first drops fell on the ark, a light rain that seemed only a prelude to what was to come. Noah looked outside, observing the world's transformation around him. The dry land began to soak, and the vegetation that once seemed vibrant was now drowning under the weight of the first waters. As days passed, the rain became incessant. The sky, now completely darkened, released a continuous torrent of water that fell without stopping. 40 days and 40 nights of relentless rain marked the beginning of the flood. The waters rose quickly, covering mountains and valleys, transforming the landscape into a vast ocean. Noah and his family remained firmly inside the ark, witnessing the relentless force of the storm. The wooden walls around them provided protection, but the sight of waters engulfing everything outside was a constant reminder of divine justice. The waves crashed against the structure, but the ark remained steadfast, guided by God's hand. As days went by, the waters continued to rise without ceasing. What was once solid ground disappeared beneath the vastness of the waters, and the world Noah knew was replaced by an infinite sea. All forms of life not on the ark were swallowed by the turbulent waters. The destruction was complete, a necessary purification to restart creation. Inside the ark, Noah's family lived in a safe environment, but the constant presence of the flood brought a mix of relief and apprehension. They heard the roar of the waters outside, knowing they were protected but also aware of the sacrifice humanity had made. The ark was not just a physical refuge, but also a symbol of the spiritual and moral renewal that was about to occur. After 40 days and 40 nights of continuous rain, the intensity of the storms began to lessen. The waters still covered the land, but the storm's strength was weakening. Noah felt a mixture of relief and growing hope, knowing that the fulfillment of divine justice was almost complete. As the waters began to stabilize, the ark floated on the vast sea like a safe island amidst the storm. Noah and his family continued to care for the animals, ensuring each one was safe and comfortable. The sense of security inside the ark starkly contrasted with the chaos outside, further strengthening their faith and trust in God. Amid the ark's safety, Noah reflected on the unfolding events. He understood that the flood was not just a punishment, but also an opportunity for a new beginning. His unwavering faith and obedience to God had been rewarded with the salvation of his family and all living creatures. Noah felt a profound responsibility to rebuild and restore harmony on earth after the storm. The beginning of the flood was a powerful testament to God's justice and mercy. While he purified the earth from corruption and wickedness, he also provided for the preservation of life through the ark. Noah, as the righteous man chosen by God, exemplified the faith and obedience necessary to fulfill the divine will, even in the face of extreme adversity. Like this, if you are enjoying, please like to help YouTube continue recommending videos like this and motivate us to continue. We appreciate every second, and may God bless you. After months of incessant rains and the flood that covered the entire earth, the ark where Noah, his family, and the animals were sheltered became a safe refuge amidst the turbulent waters. Noah's perseverance and faith were rewarded, and the phase of the water's recession began, signaling the start of a new era for humanity and all living creatures. As time passed, the rains that had lasted 40 days and 40 nights began to lessen. The dark clouds that had dominated the sky started to slowly disperse, allowing rays of sunlight to penetrate through the gaps, warming the ark and offering a glimpse of hope. The waters, which once advanced relentlessly, began to recede gradually, revealing the vast devastation the flood had caused. Noah and his family watched the external changes attentively. Through the ark's windows, they could see mountains that were once majestic and imposing now mere distant points submerged by the waters. The feeling of confinement began to give way to growing anticipation of liberation and renewal. Knowing it was time to check if the waters had truly receded, Noah decided to send a dove to explore outside the ark. The dove, a symbol of peace and hope, was the perfect choice for this crucial mission. Noah carefully opened the ark's door, allowing the dove to fly in search of signs of dry land. The dove flew high, over the vast expanses of water that once covered the earth. Days passed, and Noah's family waited eagerly for news. Finally, on the seventh day, the dove returned. This time, it carried an olive branch in its beak, a clear sign that the land was beginning to emerge from the waters. The olive branch was a powerful symbol of renewal and peace. Noah immediately understood the meaning of that simple yet profound gesture. The waters were receding, and the earth was becoming habitable again. God's promise was being fulfilled, and divine justice was bringing a new beginning to creation. Delighted and relieved, Noah knew it was time to act. He gathered his family and prepared to leave the ark. The decision to leave that safe refuge represented trust in God and gratitude for being spared from the devastation that had befallen the world. God finally gave Noah the order to leave the ark. It was a moment of liberation and the fulfillment of a divine mission. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their respective wives opened the ark's doors and stepped onto the solid ground for the first time since the flood. The hot and humid air filling the ark began to give way to a fresh and invigorating breeze. The sight of a renewed green and life-filled earth brought tears of gratitude to Noah's eyes. He knew that despite the destruction, creation was about to be reborn under God's grace. In a moment of deep reflection, Noah and his family left the ark to honor God. They acknowledged the divine mercy that spared them from total destruction and expressed their gratitude for being chosen for a new beginning. Noah built an altar and offered sacrifices to God, thanking him for his protection and guidance. The worship was an act of recognizing God's justice and goodness, which had purified the earth so life could flourish again in harmony and peace. As the waters receded and the earth began to regenerate, Noah and his family took on the responsibility of repopulating the earth and restoring the natural order. God blessed Noah, instructing him to be fruitful and multiply, filling the earth once again with the diversity of life preserved in the ark. Each animal species was released into its natural habitat, ensuring the continuity of life and ecological balance. The union between humans and nature, restored by divine grace, marked the beginning of a new era of coexistence and mutual respect. To seal this new covenant between God and humanity, Noah received an eternal sign, the rainbow. When the waters completely receded and the ark was anchored on solid ground, God placed a rainbow in the sky as a symbol of his promise never to destroy the earth with a flood again. The rainbow became a constant reminder of the divine covenant, a promise of peace and the continuity of creation. Whenever someone saw a rainbow in the sky, they remembered God's pact with Noah and the hope for a prosperous and harmonious future for all creatures. With the waters receding and the earth beginning to emerge from the flood's vastness, a moment of renewal and hope was about to unfold. Noah, his family, and the animals preserved in the ark were ready to witness the fulfillment of divine will and the start of a new era for humanity and all creation. After the waters withdrew, Noah left the ark accompanied by his family and the animals. The now dry land appeared renewed, with mountains once submerged re-emerging and forests revitalized by the resurgence of life. This stunning scenery was the perfect backdrop for the moment God would establish an eternal covenant with Noah and his descendants. God called Noah and his sons out of the ark. In a gesture of communion and future promises, he made a sacred covenant with Noah. This covenant was not just a promise to Noah, but to all humanity and every living creature that would inhabit the earth. God made a solemn promise. Never again would he destroy the earth with floodwaters. This promise was accompanied by a visible and beautiful sign to remind humanity of this eternal covenant, the rainbow. The rainbow was placed in the sky as a constant reminder of God's mercy and faithfulness to all creation. As Noah watched the sky after the storm, a dazzling rainbow appeared, painting vibrant colors against the blue firmament. This natural phenomenon became the eternal symbol of God's covenant with Noah and all future generations. The rainbow was not just an aesthetic beauty, it was a divine sign laden with meaning. Every time the rainbow appeared in the sky, it reminded humanity of God's promise not to repeat the destruction through a flood. It was a reminder of hope and the continuity of life, even after moments of great devastation. Noah and his family deeply understood the significance of this sign. The rainbow represented the earth's renewal and God's promise to protect and preserve creation. It was a symbol of peace, hope, and the certainty that despite adversities, life always finds a way to rebirth. Beyond the promise never to destroy the earth with waters, God blessed Noah and his sons with clear instructions to repopulate and renew the earth. He instructed them to be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth with the diversity of life preserved in the ark. This blessing was a call to human responsibility to care for and manage divine creation with wisdom and compassion. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth received this mission with gratitude and reverence. They knew they had been chosen to play a crucial role in restoring harmony on earth. With faith and determination, they began to fulfill divine instructions, planting seeds of hope and working to rebuild a society based on principles of justice and kindness. God's covenant with Noah marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of humanity and creation. With the waters receding, the earth was ready to be inhabited again, with new opportunities to live in harmony with nature and with one another. Noah and his family, now blessed and protected, became the progenitors of a new generation of humans. They passed down teachings of obedience, faith, and respect for God and creation to their descendants. This transmission of values was essential to ensure that the divine covenant was honored and that the earth remained a place of life and prosperity. God's covenant with Noah established an eternal pact of protection and commitment. The rainbow, as the sign of this covenant, served as a constant reminder that, regardless of the storms and challenges humanity faced, there was always hope and a promise of renewal. This covenant also emphasized human responsibility in managing divine creation. God entrusted Noah and his descendants with the task of caring for the earth and all its creatures, highlighting the interconnection and interdependence of all life. In moments of contemplation, Noah reflected on the journey he had undertaken. From building the ark to surviving the flood, his faith and obedience were tested and rewarded. He understood that the covenant with God was not just a promise for him and his family, but a lesson for all humanity about the importance of fidelity, hope, and responsibility. Noah felt profound gratitude for being chosen for this mission and for the privilege of witnessing God's covenant. He knew his story would be remembered and passed down through generations as an example of unwavering faith and divine obedience. After the flood, the earth was renewed and ready to be inhabited again. Noah, his family, and the animals preserved in the ark stood before a completely transformed world. This was the beginning of a new era, and the responsibility of repopulating the earth now lay in Noah and his descendants' hands. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their respective wives awoke to the gentle sound of the diminishing rain. The waters that had swallowed the earth were beginning to recede. With a heart full of hope and gratitude, Noah received the divine command to leave the ark. The doors opened, revealing a stunning and renewed landscape. The sun shone brightly, reflecting off the waters that still partially covered the ground. As they stepped onto solid ground for the first time, a feeling of relief and renewal enveloped them. Noah looked around, observing the mountains that were once submerged now rising majestically, and the forests beginning to recolonize, green and vibrant. The ark, now anchored on firm ground, symbolized the end of an era of destruction and the start of a new phase of reconstruction and hope. Noah knew that the responsibility did not end with leaving the ark. God instructed him to be fruitful and multiply, filling the earth once again with the diversity of life that had been preserved. Noah's first action was to plant a vineyard, a symbol of renewal and abundance. He cared for the plants with dedication, watching the grapes grow into wine, representing the prosperity to come. This simple act of planting a vineyard was more than an agricultural activity. It was a sign of trust in the new creation and preparation for the life that was about to flourish again. Noah taught his sons the importance of hard work, patience, and faith in God, preparing them for the responsibilities they would face in rebuilding humanity. As the earth began to recover, Noah and his sons dedicated themselves to repopulating the earth. Shem, Ham, and Japheth took on crucial roles in forming new communities. Each son settled in different regions, bringing the necessary diversity for a prosperous and harmonious humanity. Shem, the firstborn, became the founder of the Semitic nations, imparting teachings of faith and obedience to God. Ham, with his adventurous spirit, explored new lands, bringing innovations and developing new agricultural and cultural practices. Japheth, in turn, spread to distant regions, promoting linguistic and cultural diversity that would enrich humanity. Noah's wives also played essential roles, helping organize families and ensuring the teachings of justice and kindness were passed down to future generations. Together, they formed a solid foundation for rebuilding human society, based on principles of respect, cooperation, and faith. The ark had preserved a wide range of animal species, each with its unique role in the ecosystem. Noah understood the importance of maintaining harmony between humans and nature. He established specific areas for each species, ensuring that animals had enough space to move and thrive. Harmonious coexistence between humans and animals was fundamental for the new Earth's sustainability. Noah implemented practices of respectful coexistence, promoting peaceful living and ecological balance. The diversity of creatures, now distributed in a balanced manner, reflected the beauty and complexity of divine creation. Noah taught his sons to respect all forms of life, highlighting the interdependence between humans and nature. This respect for divine creation established a foundation of responsibility and care that would be passed down through generations, ensuring that the earth remained a place of life and prosperity. Despite the divine promise and the renewed environment, Noah and his family faced challenges in repopulating the earth. Building new communities from scratch was not simple. They had to deal with resource scarcity, internal conflicts, and the need to establish a new social order. Noah, as leader and patriarch, guided his family with wisdom and patience. He resolved disputes and made just decisions based on divine teachings. Family unity and faith in God were the pillars that sustained the community, allowing them to overcome obstacles and continue moving towards a just and prosperous society. The covenant God established with Noah had a lasting impact on humanity. The rainbow, as the eternal symbol of this promise, served as a constant reminder of divine mercy and faithfulness. Every time the rainbow appeared in the sky, future generations remembered the importance of the covenant and the need to honor it through a life of obedience and respect. This covenant also emphasized human responsibility in caring for divine creation. Noah and his descendants understood they were Earth's guardians, tasked with protecting and preserving the environment and all forms of life. This understanding fostered an ethic of sustainability and conservation that became fundamental for humanity's survival and prosperity. Noah knew that humanity's future depended on passing down teachings and faith to future generations. He taught his sons and grandchildren the importance of obedience to God, justice, and mutual respect. Stories of building the ark and the flood were passed down orally, serving as lessons of faith, resilience, and responsibility. Subsequent generations incorporated these teachings into their lives, creating a culture of respect for creation and divine justice. The traditions and values transmitted by Noah and his family formed the moral and ethical foundation of future societies, ensuring that the divine covenant was honored and preserved over time. Even after successfully repopulating the earth, Noah and his family faced challenges that tested their faith and obedience. These events serve as important lessons about human responsibility and the need to maintain the covenant with God. After leaving the ark and the initial repopulation of the earth, Noah decided to plant a vineyard. This simple act symbolized the renewal and abundance of the new creation. Over time, the vineyard grew vigorously, and Noah produced wine, a fruit of hard work and dedication to the land. On one occasion, Noah consumed wine excessively, becoming drunk. In this vulnerable state, he lay naked inside his tent. His sons, Shem and Japheth, upon seeing their father in this condition, acted with respect and dignity. Shem and Japheth rose, covered their father without looking at him, demonstrating honor and compassion. However, Ham, the third son, observed his drunken father and, in a disrespectful manner, told Shem and Japheth about the situation. This act of disrespect had profound consequences. When Noah awoke and learned what Ham had done, he expressed his disappointment and cursed Ham's lineage, especially his son Canaan. The incident with the vineyard and Noah's response to Ham highlight the importance of continued obedience to divine commandments and maintaining faith, even in times of adversity. The difference between Shem and Japheth's actions, which showed respect and honor, and Ham's, which demonstrated disrespect, emphasizes the need to follow divine principles to ensure the well-being of future generations. This narrative serves as a reminder that obedience and faith are essential not only during crisis moments like the flood, but also in daily life. Individual actions impact not only oneself but also the community and future generations. Noah's post-flood story illustrates God's justice in purifying the earth from corruption, but also his mercy in offering a new chance for humanity. The covenant established with Noah not only promised ongoing protection, but also set clear expectations about human behavior and the responsibility to care for divine creation. The curse Noah cast on Canaan underscores that God's justice is intrinsically linked to human morality. Divine mercy is balanced by justice, ensuring humanity maintains a standard of behavior that honors the established covenant. Noah and his sons became the pillars of future generations, passing down teachings of faith, obedience, and respect for creation. The story of the ark and the flood, as well as subsequent events, were passed down orally, serving as lessons of resilience and responsibility. Each generation was instructed to honor God's covenant, care for the earth, and live according to divine principles. These teachings helped shape a culture of mutual respect, justice, and harmony with nature, ensuring essential values were preserved and valued. As time passed, humanity began to spread across the earth, establishing new nations and cultures. God's covenant with Noah served as the foundation for the moral and ethical standards of future societies, promoting a world where justice, compassion, and harmony with creation were fundamental values. The lessons learned during and after the flood helped prevent the repetition of the errors that led to previous corruption. Human responsibility in maintaining the divine covenant ensured the earth remained a place of life and prosperity, aligned with God's will. The covenant established with Noah had a lasting impact on human history. The rainbow, as the sign of this covenant, continued to be a constant reminder of God's promise not to destroy the earth with a flood again. This symbol of hope and renewal remained in the collective memory, reinforcing the importance of fidelity to the divine covenant. Furthermore, God's covenant with Noah set a standard for future relationships between God and humanity. It demonstrated that while divine justice may intervene to correct humanity's ways, mercy and kindness are always present, offering opportunities for redemption and renewal. The challenges faced by Noah and his family after the flood underline the importance of human responsibility towards creation. Noah, as Earth's guardian, exemplified how humanity should interact with nature in a sustainable and respectful manner. This lesson is relevant to this day, where environmental preservation and harmonious coexistence with all forms of life remain crucial issues. Noah's story serves as a call for humanity to continue honoring the covenant with God, caring for the earth with diligence and compassion. The story of Noah and the Ark is more than an ancient account of survival amid a devastating flood. It is a narrative rich in symbolism and lessons that resonate through the centuries, offering inspiration and guidance for all generations. Noah is an emblematic example of resilience and unwavering faith. Amid a corrupted and violent society, he remained steadfast in his principles and trust in God. His determination to follow divine instructions, even when everyone around him doubted and mocked, teaches us the importance of maintaining faith and integrity, regardless of circumstances. Noah's obedience to divine orders was crucial for preserving life on earth. His willingness to follow detailed instructions for building the ark and gathering animals demonstrates how obedience can lead to extraordinary outcomes. This example reminds us that following a higher purpose, even when it seems challenging or without immediate sense, can bring blessings and salvation. After the flood, the responsibility of repopulating and caring for the earth was entrusted to Noah and his descendants. This responsibility highlights the crucial role each individual plays in preserving and caring for the environment and future generations. The story invites us to reflect on how our actions impact the world around us and the importance of acting with responsibility and compassion. God's covenant with Noah, symbolized by the rainbow, is a powerful reminder of hope and renewal. Even after total destruction, God offered a new opportunity for creation to flourish again. This eternal pact inspires us to believe in the possibility of new beginnings and the ability to rebuild and improve, regardless of the adversities faced. The harmonious coexistence between humans and animals in the ark illustrates the interconnection of all life on Earth. Each species, large or small, plays an essential role in the ecological balance. This understanding reinforces the importance of respecting and protecting all forms of life, promoting peaceful and sustainable coexistence. Noah's story balances divine justice and mercy. While God purified the earth from corruption, he also showed mercy by preserving life through the ark. This duality teaches us that justice does not eliminate hope, and mercy can coexist with the need for correction and renewal. Noah and his family passed their teachings forward, ensuring that lessons of faith, obedience, and responsibility were preserved for future generations. This legacy encourages us to value and transmit our own learnings and values, creating a solid foundation for a better future. The story of Noah and the ark is an eternal testament that even in the darkest hours, faith, obedience, and hope can lead to salvation and renewal. It is a powerful reminder that each of us has the potential to make a difference, act with integrity, and contribute to a more just and harmonious world. May we be inspired by Noah's resilience, the wisdom of his actions, and the depth of his faith. May every challenge we face be an opportunity to strengthen our trust and renew our commitment to the greater good. And like Noah, may we always seek renewal and hope, believing that with determination and faith, it is possible to rebuild and transform the world around us. Thank you for watching until here, and don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell to see more content like this and stories of overcoming, motivation, and interest. Until next time.